Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to day one of the 10-day meditation experience. I'm so glad you're here. As a reminder, the way that this is going to work is that I will speak to you for a few moments about a tip for meditation and talk to you also about a deeper meaning about what meditation can be for you. Then I'll guide you in a meditation experience. And at the end, you can take some time to reflect using the journaling question that I put for you on the special 10-day meditation experience page. You have access to that page if you have signed up for my newsletter, then I've emailed you a link to that page. If you still need to sign up, just go to www.heidispear.com and you'll get details in your inbox as well as access to that page for a time for you to reflect. So I recommend that after the meditation, you take maybe 30 seconds to go reflect on that journal prompt, even if you don't write about it. And if you have 5 minutes or 10 minutes and you want to journal, you'll have more unfold through your writing about what this experience has meant to you, and can also help you jot down any questions that you may have for me when we do our live session that I'll be announcing details for later on. Welcome, welcome. So today's tip I want to talk to you about is about ways for being seated in meditation. I want you to be comfortable, and everybody's body is different. There's no right or wrong way to be showing up for meditation because your body might be different today than it was yesterday. As it gets older, it may get different. There are just a lot of different things, and just being present with how you are today is really important. And that's part of the practice, is being present with who you are today and not forcing anything. Here are a couple of tips for seated meditation, the actual sitting part. If you want to sit in a chair, that's the way I first started and I learned, was using a chair. If you want to sit in a chair for meditation, that's great. You just want to make sure that your legs are at a 90-degree angle. So your thigh is at a 90-degree angle when compared to the calf. So your legs are seated like this. Like here's your hips, your knees, and it just goes down at a 90-degree angle. So to achieve that, you may need to scooch forward on your chair, and you may need to put blocks or something under your feet to get this 90-degree angle. For example, I'm short compared to other people. I'm 5'3". So typically when I sit on a chair, if I'm going to meditate, I need to prop my feet up on blocks or cushion or a Shakespeare anthology. And that way I have the 90-degree angle at the knee. The other way you can do this, if you need to sit back for reasons maybe you don't feel strong enough to sit up nice and tall at the edge of the chair, if you need to sit all the way back for support, maybe some cushions or pillows behind your back will help you with being nice and tall. Because what we want to avoid is slouching. We want to be as tall as we can be in meditation. Tall without really straining, just nice and tall. You'll still have the curve in your lumbar spine. That's natural and you want that. So you want to be easeful in your posture and steady and as tall as you feel comfortable being, so that the air can go up and down with ease and energy can flow up and down with ease. That's if you want to sit in a chair. Some people like to sit cross-legged on the floor. It's great to do that if you have a cushion that you can sit on, so you're a little bit elevated off the floor. It's ideal for your hips to be above your knees. So if you're sitting cross-legged, a lot of times the knees will be up in the air. Again, that has to do with flexibility. There's no right or wrong. If your knees are up in the air when you sit cross-legged, even if you're on a cushion, then it could feel comfortable for you to prop up your thighs or your knees with some blocks or some cushions. Because if your legs are already up in the air, if your knees are already up in the air, then just having that support under there is going to help not put strain on your body. So if you're seated in a cross-legged position, again, you may want to have some props under your thighs or knees. You may also want to use a rolled blanket. You can use a towel, you can get creative. There's no right or wrong. You want to just feel like you're supporting yourself. So sitting on a cushion is a great idea. If your knees are down and low to the ground when you sit cross-legged, then that's great. You might not need any extra props. Please know there's no right or wrong. Don't feel afraid or embarrassed to prop yourself up. Really, you want to be comfortable for the practice. So those are some tips for seated meditation. Tomorrow, one of the tips that I'm going to talk about has to do with why we practice sitting very still. And so the idea is today to practice getting comfortable in a seated position that really works for you. If you're a beginner, this might take time. You might not figure it out today. And if you've been practicing a little longer, you might have a position that tends to work really well for you. So that's my little tip about seated meditation. The second thing that I want to talk about, each day I want to offer a tip and then something a little deeper about the practice. So what I want to offer today is the idea that I talk so much about how much I love meditation and what a great tool it is. And you probably know the medical benefits. My talks are meant for educational purposes only, not for medical advice at all. And you've probably heard that it could help lower blood pressure. It could help with anxiety. It can help with sleep. What I want to talk to you about today is how meditation connects you to who you truly are. Because for me, that's one of the most exciting things about it. Meditation is a chance not for you to become someone else. It's not that you aren't enough. You already are. Meditation helps you disconnect from some of the stress and the overwhelm and the worry and the judgment, and helps you become present with the present moment and who you truly are. And I want to explain what I mean by who you truly are by starting off with a quote from Rumi. You may have heard this before, and I really enjoy this quote so much. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. You may have heard that before. And what I want to say is, if I were to tell you who you truly are is compassion, compassion for yourself and compassion for others. Who you truly are is wise. Who you truly are is creative. Who you truly are is magical in ways that I don't think we fully understand. If I told you that about yourself, does that resonate? I bet it does. I bet you can say, that does sound right. Maybe you have stress in your life, or you get triggered, or you're feeling pressures or overwhelm, and maybe you feel like you're not connected sometimes to that part of you. You feel distant from it. But I still expect that you do feel that that's who you are. And so you deserve to spend 20 minutes a day in silence, getting to connect in that way with your true self, who you are. I meditate twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. Feels like bookends to the day. So I can start my day from that place and then also end my day from that place. Because whatever happens in between could definitely potentially be distracting me from that center. Of course, I take meditation breaks sometimes during the day as well. And as you meditate more and more, if you don't already do this, you'll feel so comfortable and natural with meditation that it will really become just a part of your life. So today, the next steps are, in a minute, we're going to get in a comfortable seated position and we'll do a meditation practice. And then after this video, you can go to that 10-day meditation page that you got information about in the email, and you can look at the journal question for today. Even if you can just reflect on it for 30 seconds, it'll help you integrate this whole session. And if you can sit with it for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and journal, you may be surprised what flows out of your pen or pencil onto the page. Thank you again so much for doing this practice today with me. And I really, really can't wait to hear how it goes for you after you've been doing this for some time. All right, so let's get into a comfortable seated position. And if sitting is not comfortable for you today, go ahead and get into any position that really is going to feel comfortable to you. Different people are working with different things in their body, so get comfortable. Try to choose a position where you won't fall asleep. Okay. So coming into that seated position, now close your eyes. And once you close your eyes, you may not be comfortable yet. So go ahead and move around until you get a little more comfortable so that you can sit as still as possible. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Just helps get out some tension when you do that, helps relax the jaw. So return to normal breathing. Feel your sitting bones rooting into the cushion. and feel the crown of your head lifting toward the sky. Becoming aware of how it feels in your body to be seated. Your mind already might be trying to distract you with other thoughts. So bring your awareness to your body. Feel how it feels to be seated. There's nowhere else you need to go, and there's nothing you need to do. You've set aside this time. So feel what it feels like to be seated without judgment, however it feels. No judging. Notice that you're seated and you're being supported and held by the earth below. And as the crown of your head points toward the infinite sky, you become aware of the possibility of infinite possibilities. Let the breath flow in and out, and let the jaw be relaxed. Invite the muscles of the face to relax without forcing. You're just inviting. Invite the forehead to relax. Invite all the muscles of the face to relax. Invite the jaw to relax. Just gently invite. Scan the body and notice if there's anywhere that's holding tension, and invite that part to relax too. Relax the body except for the muscles that you need to hold yourself upright. And notice how you feel without judgment, without forcing a big change, just inviting relaxation and allowing it to take the time that it takes. As the breath flows in and out, follow the in-breath with the words, I am, and the out-breath, right here. So the mantra is, I am right here. This can help anchor your awareness right now in the present moment, not in the past and not in the future. On the inhale, I am. On the exhale, right here. And as thoughts come to mind or stories start to spin, once you notice your thinking, just bring your awareness back. Follow the breath with, I am right here. Again and again, watching the breath, practicing bringing your awareness back. I am right here. The jaw is relaxed. The belly is soft. I am right here. If your mind has wandered, simply bring it back again and again. I am right here. Allow the breath to be natural. Let it flow in and out as you observe the breath. Again, invite the forehead to relax. Invite the muscles of the face to relax. Invite the shoulders to relax and the hands and the feet to relax. Now bring your awareness to your heart center as your eyes are still closed. Allow this quote to wash over you, which is, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. And without judgment, with only kindness, ask the heart, where are my barriers? And maybe nothing will come up. Maybe you won't have an answer, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's totally fine. It's an open question. You're just seeing what might float up in your awareness. Be gentle with yourself. What are my barriers to love? Staying relaxed and letting the breath flow in and out. Ask your heart one more time. What are the barriers that I have built up to the love inside me? Now bringing your awareness again to feeling how it feels to be seated where you are. Feeling the sitting bones. Feeling the crown of the head. Noticing the breath flowing in and out. I'm going to ring the bell and follow the sound with your awareness. And once you no longer hear the sound, open your eyes. Very good. Take a nice deep inhale and a long exhale. Great. Make any movements you need to get comfortable again. Notice how you feel. Notice how that went for you. If you had a lot of thoughts, if you didn't have any, it's okay. If you had trouble focusing, it's okay. That's part of the practice. And I've said many times, and I'll say it many times again, it's the practice of meditation actually is bringing your thoughts back to the breath. It's practicing learning how to interrupt a train of thought and pulling your awareness away from that thought and back to the breath. You're strengthening what people call witness consciousness, your ability to witness your experience from that place that is wise and calm and compassionate. So detaching from those thoughts is actually part of the practice. The practice isn't just to try to get to a quiet place where you're quiet, and you're not having thoughts. It's really learning that ability to notice when you're thinking and then to detach and come back to the breath. Thank you so much for your practice. I look forward to sharing day 2 with you.